Hello, Ghosties. This is Pheno, and today we're back with some more Duelyst, the 2-hour Friday episode. And I'm very excited to be back today and playing some more Duelyst and just chilling out and relaxing for 2 hours. I've got some Starbucks, I've got some ice, and we're just gonna have some fun. Roxas 1 gave me a fantastic sounding deck recommendation, and our quest just happens to line up with Abyssian today. So we're gonna give the Roxas request deck a go, and that has Lilith as the general. It's rocking 2 Darkfire sacrifices, 3 Furiosa, 3 Sphere of Darkness, 3 Cryptographer, 3 Nocturne, 3 Ritual Banishing, 2 Wraithling Swarm, 2 Abyssal Juggernauts, 2 Bloodtide Priestess, 3 Desolators, 3 Shadow Novas, 1 Corporeal Cadence. The deck actually called for 2, but I don't have enough to craft the additional one. And just kind of how it goes, where it is an epic. We've got Dark Transformation 2. The deck called for 2 Fur Chakrams. I grabbed 3, kind of to replace the Corporal Cadence. 1 Grandmaster Varix. Should have 2 in there. I'm not really sure what happened there. So let's cut this and grab ourselves the additional Grand Master. And then we, I think, have enough now to actually craft up the additional... And I threw in 3 Shadow Novas, which weren't called for in the deck at all. So I'm going to cut one of the Shadow Novas and see if I can actually make... if I have enough now, rather than from when I built the deck. Where are you at? Look at that. 365. Look at that. This is to make the deck work. This is it. We're going to do it. We're going to craft it. Goodbye, Spirit. That hurt me a little bit on the inside. All right, where to go? Search. And then we're going to toss that in, and it's going to be the final pick for the deck, which is going to give us the build. So I'm really excited to give it a go. Thank you, Roxas, for the request, and thank you for your recent subscription as well. So let's do it. Let's put the deck to work. So I've always wanted kind of a fun little Zerg-styled Abyssian deck, and this seems to kind of go along those lines. It combines the Zerg-style Abyssian plus a lot of creep. And creep decks have always interested me as well, because they're cool. And Obliterate is a card that I actually did not know existed until I looked at the deck. That is crazy. You could just flood the entire board with creep and just obliterate everything on turn 8, which is really cool. It's powerful. It's an incredibly powerful card. All right. Not super great. We're going to pitch this and this. It's better, I suppose. It's not awful. We're going to replace the Dark Transformation. Let's see. What do I want to do? I want to replace this. That's not helpful. And then we're going to go boop. And we're going to go boop. And we're going to go boop. And then we are going to toss him behind us. We're going to see what we can make happen with this deck. I'm not so sure the deck is going to work well with my playstyle, but I'm more than willing to give it a go and quest it out. Up against a Dervish deck. Not really super thrilled about that. Primarily because I'm not sure what I have for removal within the deck. Definitely don't need Varix right now. Alright. Whether we make Shadow Creep or a Wraithling, make both instead. I'm going to hold off on him and combo him next turn. Going to run a Furiosa far, far away. I think that's pretty good. That's a bummer for a lot of reasons. For very obvious reasons, it's a bummer. Because it causes us some problems. I'm not a huge fan of stupid obelisk Vitruvian. This guy has the least clever name out of anybody I've ever played. I gotta point that out. The worst, least clever name I've ever played. And he is going to destroy me. Alright. Well, we are running into some minor issues. Trying to figure out how I want to do this. I can remove this. So let's do this. And then let's drop Nocturne here. And then proc. Really, let's punch that. And then we'll proc this. Get a little bit of additional creep out on the board. It's a perfect placement for that dervish to go. We get another Furiosa. Well, that's just perfect for us. Because he'll see very little value out of that card. Hopefully he doesn't have much else to play. Of course he does. He's going to go right for the Nocturne. So there goes that combo. Let's replace this. See what we can make happen there. We have some really fun stuff to do next turn, potentially. Because we can drop Nocturne, we can drop this, and we can Bloodbound all in the same turn. Damn it! He's got all the counters. He really has, like, played a spectacular counter to everything I've played. Which makes Furiosa fairly useless. Let's replace this, see if we can pull something nice. Friendly minions gain +2 attack and Frenzy. That's not bad. So let's drop Nocturne way up here. And then we're going to run Furiosa into that. And then do that. And then do that. They've got quite a bit of creep out on the board. That I'm okay with right now. I think I'm okay with that. Hopefully he punches me. I think him punching me right now is the best option. Let's equip this. So now we see what happens. He's down to 1 health. He could still very well win. It would be incredibly disappointing if he did. But it's possible that he could still win. I'm kind of wishing I'd kept the shadow, the creep spell now. Because he can kill me, I think, almost no matter what I do right now. That's terrifying. That's lethal. Well played, sir. We discarded the card. We would have had lethal if we hadn't dumped that card. He had lethal until he did that. So that just bought us an additional turn. Still incredibly unlikely that we can come out of it, but obliterate. If we could grab obliterate. We have the ability to keep running away as well. We can keep putting creatures in front of us. We're gonna replace this. He had lethal, but he messed it up, and that is lethal for us. We lucked out big time. We definitely lucked out big time. Just to make sure that I'm not forgetting something, let's just make sure that he can't reach us, but I'm pretty sure he will die. Okay. I was like, I wanted to be 100% sure that we won. So we made a couple mistakes, but he made a huge mistake, and it cost him the game. And our mistake did not cost us the game, though it was very close to costing us the game. House MD. I adore that show. It's probably one of the best shows ever to be aired, in my opinion. I adored that show. If you haven't watched House, I cannot recommend watching that enough. All right. So I'm not sure there whether or not I should have played Nocturne here. I'm really just not sure. I feel like we can get very similar effects if we want to run Nocturne forward. I'm not going to trade Nocturne because that's not what he's here for. I think we go into next turn and we replace... I don't really know. I think we replace the Blood Tide. Most likely Basilisk. I can't imagine it's not Basilisk. So I'm not going to let him bait me out with a spell. Not yet, anyway. Let's go here. I'm not a huge fan of my positioning so far. This is a nice card to combo with Abyssal Juggernaut. Being able to nuke for a ton of damage. I'm quite sure this is Basilisk. Grabbing the Furiosa is interesting. Just knowing that it's the Basilisk, that's what's making me nervous here. And I want to be incredibly careful about how I deal with it. I was hoping to grab some just straight up removal, but it does not seem like we're going to luck out and get that. That was a good kill. I can respect that. Nice prompt way of dealing with it. They're definitely Sentinels. There's no way that they're not. Let's find out. Yeah, or not Basilisks. That's what I meant to say. There's no way they weren't Basilisks. The problem I have is I don't know if I have a way to deal with them in this deck. I mean, that's going to remove one of them. But we're... An uncontrolled Basilisk is a huge threat. Fudge me. So his deck is built to counter something like what I'm running. I don't see any way out of the situation here. The one removal card we had, we can no longer use, and his Basilisk is going to be able to start hitting us. I mean, really, the only thing keeping me alive this turn is the fact that he can't just straight up reach me. Although now he can. So without any silence in this deck, it's a bummer, but I don't know if the deck is actually able to win. This is not going to benefit us. It's also not going to benefit us. Really doesn't matter what I do. Oh my god, even the animation is big. So he has lethal. I couldn't handle the basilisks. If we'd gotten a little bit of better luck with the drawing, we might have been able to get through that. But without getting the removal that was required to counter the basilisks, there was nothing. There's not any true low-cost removal or silence in this deck currently. So something like that just runs us over, because this deck takes a little bit to ramp up. However, it is exactly what I've wanted for a little while. A combination of creep and Zerg. It's fun. A lot of fun with some really cool combos. The downside is we have not been fortunate enough to make it to the end game. I guess I should have replaced this too. I think fighting up against a Songhai is a little bit more potential for us. We could have a chance. Some really good counters in his deck. Little flame dragon that could cause problems because he could just zip it around. And burn all our little dudes. Gonna go right off the back and say he's most likely a backstab variation of... So we drop him. Then we drop Furiosa. And then we do this. Then let's replace... No, because we're on a good... We're on the good side of the board to have Blood Tide. So that's a problem for obvious reasons. Going to be able to mitigate and control the board using that. I say we ping this. See if we can draw a form of removal. We did not get a form of removal. So let's also ping this. Doesn't really matter what I do with this. That was the obvious decision. Interesting. We're not getting really enough creep to justify it. Yeah, let's replace this. All right. Sitting on 5 mana. He's gonna kill Nocturne no matter where I drop it, and that's the problem. Is I'm not going to see any value, any true value out of Nocturne. Without doing this. There's no way I was getting that down, so it didn't really matter what I did there. Deck is a lot trickier to play than I wanted to think it was. I'm having a lot of issues with early game. Which was even mentioned, Roxas. You mentioned replacing the artifact for some better early game. I think I'm going to have to. Because we're not seeing a lot of early game plays, and I think that's causing some problems for us. And now this is going to be an issue by itself, because we're not seeing any removal. The deck needs some more instant removal, I think. That's all right. I'm okay with that. It's not nearby, is it? Okay. got 1, 2, 3, 4, which isn't really great, but we did get this again, which could be fun next turn. We're going to be riding into 7 mana, so we can potentially start seeing a little bit more value out of some of our cards. Do we see another Scarlet Viper? A lot of ranged. I feel like he's playing the wrong faction for range, or the wrong general for range, though, because he could be building like Heat Seekers and stuff, or Heart Seekers. Let's replace one of the Desolators. So my guess is that he's rocking the card that's going to let him, like, blink his general away. Or that. What's a backstab? Ooh, backstab 4. That's painful. Oh, does he have lethal? Is he going to pull it off? Pretty damn close. All right, 8 mana. So he has lethal. There's not much I can do. We can replace this. Again, not going to help all that much. We don't really have anything that's going to make a world of difference. We can do this. And then this. But he has lethal no matter how I spin it, because I was unable to remove that. I mean, he still has lethal. He's just doing it the more complicated way. So yeah. We need some form of additional removal in the deck. I don't know what Abyssian has that we could add for other removal. We haven't seen Dark Transformation at all in play. It's also very possible that we're just not seeing the cards that we need. Like, maybe we're just getting really bad draws. I am going to cut the Fur Chakram. It's got to be something that gives us a little bit more healing, or damage for a distance. Pretty sure there is a 2-cost card. At least I thought it was 2-cost. That we run inside of one of our other decks. Deal 2 damage, restore 3, Void Pulse. So that would have been like a lifesaver last game. Like a legitimate lifesaver. Let's grab 3 of those. We've yet to even draw Obliterate, which is like a huge bummer. Shadow Nova doesn't need to be in the deck. However, it is a really nice synergy, but I don't think it wasn't even meant to be in the deck. It was a card that I added of my own wonderful volition, and it was probably wrong. Let's grab another Priestess, and then we need something that's lower value. Deal 2 damage to all, fully heal. Not bad. Dark Seed. Give a friendly Wraithling. Infest is fun, but it's a very tricky card to get right. Sure, all friendly minions and resummon them on random spaces. Meh. Your general gains +2 attack. Whenever your general destroys an enemy, restore 2 health to your general. Could potentially give us what we're looking for. But I'm gonna grab Punish. The Shadow Stock could be cool too. Comboed. Let's do a Shadow Stock. And one of the big things is we don't have a lot of low-cost minions. The deck is definitely on the shorter end of low-turn minions. Open your crate. We'll do it later. Get back on into ladder. Roxas request deck. So I had to tweak it a little bit. I hope that's cool. Just running into some huge issues with distance removal and health for my character personally. Oh, shocking. Look, we got Obliterate. That's wonderful. All right. It's a pretty solid starting hand. Feeling pretty good about that. So yeah. Shiro! The puppy dragon is being used for bad things. Let's replace the Juggernaut right now. Well, that's not helpful. So we're definitely up against a Ripper deck. No doubt about it. He's gonna be a horrible little Ripper deck, which has potential for insane power. So this is gonna be really cool. Wow. I can honestly say I was not expecting to see a Battle Pet come down. Well, shit. That's a threat now. That's for sure. Let's get rid of Varix. Just get rid of that. So we're probably going to start seeing the eggs come out. We have very easy ways to deal with the eggs currently. Just putting creep on it's going to deal with that. It doesn't really matter where he puts it. We can remove the egg this turn. Dealing with the egg consistently over multiple turns, that's where the problem might come into play. We definitely don't need that currently at all. Furiosa's not bad. So let's make that a thing. Do this. Egg goes down. So the concern I have now is our hand is very small. Doesn't that card say give a friendly minion? Oh, all friendly minions. Uh... So he can't kill both of them. And that's kind of what I'm relying on right now. Is just that fact. The fact that he can't remove both of them. And next turn we can drop Shadowmancer, or Shadow Dancer, and proc our Bloodbound for some additional value in creatures. I haven't seen that card played in a long time. Well, he burnt 4 mana to do it, but it does set us back a little bit. I was hoping to see some really good stuff come out of that. We do have the Juggernaut coming out next turn, though. Really? I guess I can see why he did that. Alright, so he has to have some form of removal. Those damn Eggsmorphs. Ugh. Need a Juggernaut? Still game. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so that's game right there. And we get to use Obliterate, which is wonderful. So I think that'll put us at 2 and 2 with the deck, which isn't bad. I like the deck. It's a lot of fun. I think the deck is trickier to play at our current point in ladder because what is happening is a lot more unstable. I don't know why he said well played. There's no way he could have known that I had Obliterate in my hand, but maybe he did. Maybe he's been killed by a similar deck. Wonderful. Well, I think it's time for us to mix it up a little bit. Let's open up our crate. We're halfway through. Do I get to pick any crate? Can I open this crate? Nope, I don't get an epic key. This crate? I do have a rare key. Unlock. Dun, dun, dun. And what do we get? General become... That's not bad. Shiny epic. We got an emote. We got a profile icon. And a legendary card skin. Not bad. I'm pretty happy with that. We only had one key, though, didn't we? Yeah. Ah, shucks, guys. Shucks. All right. No worries there. All right, so I think for the rest of what we're going to do, what do I have going for decks? What have we not played in a little while? We rocked these guys out. Did we do Rep Vet deck recently? I don't know if we've done the Rep Vet deck recently. I think I'm going to rock that out on Monday and give the deck a full go. I think that's the plan. We haven't run a Vesper deck in quite some time. We haven't run and just mucked around with the mech deck either. I kind of want to. Yeah. Let's do it. Let's play with the mech deck. Why not? Let's do it. Mech Lionar. The deck that I just threw a bunch of mechs into. I didn't really. I'm pretty sure it was a recommended deck. Pretty sure. I don't know. I try to title the decks with the person who recommended the deck so that I can remember that it was a recommended deck. I like to make sure that credit goes where credit is due. I don't want to be that asshole on the internet who's like, I made this deck. It's just, those people suck. Everyone poops. That is true. That, I hope, is true. Anyway. Not bad. So I know Lionar is not the best iteration for the mech deck, but it is the one that I've had the most success with. And it's just fun. I mean, it's really what it comes down to, is it's just a fun, wacky little deck to play with. Especially when you throw in stuff that isn't directly synergizing with Mechazar. EMP! And you just have tons of robots. I mean, the robot deck, yo. That's, I mean, that's what it is. You can buff it up all you want. He did let it survive, though. I guess I should have done that on it, instead of carrying so much mana. We're dropping this. Why did I not drop this? Maybe it was all used. I don't think I used it all. Why did I drop this last turn? Damn it, Pheno, what are you doing? I don't even know what happened last turn. I'm so lost. I'm already confused. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. All right. Damn, this guy's like not messing around, is he? I can kill that. -3 health. Goodbye. And then we do this. We draw another one. Let's replace this fella. And then let's go bang bang. Well, ick. I mucked that up pretty swell. Ugh. Can't get close enough, man. You're not gonna get close enough. I'm gonna keep killing you and killing you. Ugh. I'm gonna do that and just nuke anything you put near me. Ah, you bastard. He burnt a lot of cards to get rid of that one thing. The downside is that I'm in a not so solid spot right now. I guess let's just come over here. Let's replace this. Not helpful. So we have a potential nice nuke next turn because we can airdrop this in a nice, clever way and hopefully just wipe everything he has. He's going to have to position his guys in a really good way for us to make it worth it, though. Another Sirocco. Interesting. That's a pretty good spot. I'll accept that. All right. So now we are playing the, oh no, there's a bunch of baddies around the board game. Next turn we do see Mechazar come down. I feel like this card should have to be nearby. I think Row is a little OP. That could just literally be me. But I think Row is a little overpowered. Yeah, I would say for what this card is, it's incredibly overpowered. It is a legendary, so there aren't, you know, it is a hard to get card. But that's crazy. Considering it's all minions in the row, that's nuts. I've seen it come down a couple times. Usually when that card hits the board, I'm damned for good. The amount of removal this dude has played on me is sickening. Like, he's thrown everything I've had back into my hand. All just by playing minions, which just makes it all the worst. And not only has he managed to throw everything back into my hand, but he's managed to consistently... He stole my minions, he's killed my minions, he has... all around just caused multitudes of problems for me. I'm gonna give him the well played and concede. I don't see any way out of that. He decimated this deck. Absolutely decimated it. It wasn't even a chance. There was no chance. I could not have won. He did good. That was a very solid Golem deck. Maybe if I was able to mitigate the golems earlier on, but the fact that he buffed the golem is really what caused problems. This is a bit of a high deck, or high hand. That's better. On the wrong side over here. Oh, we are on the right side. Okay. We can play our range dude right out the gate. I'm not a fan of gore. Well, that was lucky for him. Don't run any silence in the deck, so Gore is going to be a just pain in the ass this entire game. Gore could actually be a nice addition to the Abyssian deck we played at the beginning of the video. Because he perpetually comes back, and that was one of the things that I was kind of having an issue with the deck, was just this guy and his resummoning bull. What do we have? We have 4 mana, so let's drop him here, airdrop him here, drop him here. Walk him up here. Punch. Bang. Doesn't matter. He can remove this now without much issue. Damn it, Gore! The fact that it spawned on this side of the board is annoying. Like, it's just beyond annoying. We got some nice stuff on the board, though. And we kind of trapped him in quadrants, which is also very nice. And next turn, we flow right on in with 5 mana, which is going to allow us to drop him, which puts us 1 mech away from Mechazar. I mean, I can't blame him for that. Like, that's exactly what I would have done. Just get rid of it as quickly as possible. Damn, he's got more of them. Oh, Mechazar's already ready. Wonderful. Do we play him aggressively? Something tells me that he's going to be able to kill Mechazar really easily. Just a feeling I have. It just feels like he's going to have something to remove Mechazar. He's on turn 5, so... I mean, he's got the card, just turn it into a Wraithling and he can move on with his life. Nice! Spawn as far away from me as possible. What is he clicking around with? What are you doing? Oh, that's a clever way of getting rid of Mechazar. I knew he'd have something. Yeah, I think Gore would be a really interesting addition to the Abyssian deck we played. The deck does need more 2-cost minions, so I feel like adding it in could be really nice. So silver certainly wasn't in the plan, but I'm pretty happy with silver. Oh, that was a punch. That Wraithling is not going to be in the expansion. Damn. Well played. I like this guy's deck. It's very interesting. What does that do? Assuming rebirth? That's a cool combo. That is a really cool combo. But we're just gonna kind of just stop. Just stop. EMP has come to town. Goodbye, Gore. You're not coming back this time. Ugh. Anything could still happen. It's really up in the air. I mean, he has to have a way to remove the EMP in order to live. I mean, he's got 7 mana, so he should be able to theoretically kill it. Or he's just gonna block me off. Would be... My current plan, I think, is to drop him right here and then just nuke him. No matter what, I think we have lethal next turn. Does he have another punish? Because a punish would cause me some very large sadness right now. He's not a golem. And we had lethal and we missed it. What are you doing, Pheno? We had lethal. We had it in our palms. I'm so sad right now. I am so sad. No. No. Oh, what the fuck? We had lethal. We were one click. One click. All we had to do was click the button and put it on the EMP. You guys are gonna have a field day with that down in the comment section. Oh. Alright, well, I'm done with that. Let's play something different. Where's my fun little Vesper deck? Arcanist deck, Vesper deck. Let's play Fae. Is Walvenar still a thing? I think I've played this guy before. It's a lot of Thunderhorns. I haven't played this. I don't even know what's in this deck. I haven't played it, like, probably in a month. Used to be one of my favorite decks to play. Get stunned! I'm so disappointed in myself for that last game. All we had to do is use our hero power. I haven't screwed up that badly in a long time. All right. Let's replace the Conjurer. Well, that was a mistake. I'm losing it. Usually I take a break in between the 2-hour episode and I record the first hour and then I go grab a fresh drink and all that fun stuff. Today I didn't. And I think I'm suffering for it. Do it. Trade. Huh. Okay. Well, let's render this useless. And then see what happens now. This used to be like my favorite deck. It was like Fey wall deck was like, it's what I wanted when I first started playing the game, and I had so much fun playing it. Thank you. Thank you. All right, now let's see what happens. The nerf to chromatic cold really did hurt the deck. I don't think it's an incredibly crazy hurt. It's just see what he continues to do. We've got him nice and boxed in. The Basilisk is just such a powerful card, even now. I know it has seen some reductions. Like stuff that has taken away from its power. But in the end, I still think the Basilisk is just a crazy powerful card. It actually reminds me a lot of Zhao Long from Minion Masters, where it's a card that can lock down an opponent's spell usage, which is just really cool. All right. Well, that's a nice useless card. I don't really see much reason to do anything. We have ramped up to an insane level now. He can hide there all he wants. He most likely will. He's kind of stuck there unless he gets something. Magmar's got some stuff. Saurian Finality could cause some problems for us currently. The Force Field is going to allow him to deal with some of the explosive walls, though. Potentially escape. But we also now have Grandmaster Emblem. Sorry. And that's going to just help, too. He's terrified of playing additional spells because he doesn't have a way to mitigate the Basilisk without trading into it, I assume. Yeah, and the Ghost Seraphim got a huge nerf as well to the deck, where the next card is no longer free. Your first spell is no longer free. They just reduced it big time. It's easy enough to control, but it does mean that you can't play Seraphim and Winter's Wake in the same turn, which I think is where a lot of the problem kind of came from. Let's replace this guy. That's an unforeseen side effect of that. Whoops. Whoopsies. Ugh. If we lose because I did something so stupid. If we get Winter's Wake, he's screwed. To put it plainly. I'm not sure how many I have in the deck. I want to say I have 3 Winter's Wake in the deck, but it could be only 2. Because when I made the deck, I was a little tighter on the dust or spirit side of things. You can tell he's just trying to think of a way out, and our general is just kind of like, it's a nice day to have some snow, right? That is a problem. It is a problem that he just kind of let me deal with. Oh, it's got force field. Interesting. That's fine. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I no longer give any shits about this card sitting here. Watching him try to get out of this is just so enjoyable. As soon as he gets rid of the cards, more. As soon as he gets rid of them, more. Just walls for days. That's fine. He can summon as many of those as he wants. Buffs and all. They do not scare me. Don't care. I do not care. Oh, man. You wanna play like this? Let's do it, buddy. Let's do it. The way I look at it, all I have to do is just keep pinging the clock, and you're dead in 3 turns. Don't even have to reach you. I love it. I've never seen somebody have 3 like such powerful minions that are so useless. Oh man, this might be one of my favorite games I've ever played. This is just fantastic. Let's play the wall deck. He's trying to escape. He's trying to escape, guys. This is hilarious. On like every count, this is hilarious. This is just, oh. This is where not getting a Winter Wake is obnoxious. How have I not drawn a Winter's Wake yet? How is that even possible? I mean, if he chisels his way through and kills me, he deserves it at this point. I mean, look at him. Look at the little guys. He's made it through. He made it through, guys. I really want him to... I kind of want him to win at this point. Just because it would be hilarious to have such board control and still lose. But that's not possible. Whoop. Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. He had to have known that was coming at some point. That was fantastic. That game tired me out. My face hurts from smiling so much. Oh, man. It was great. I gotta give it another go. Nothing could top that. But that was awesome. Like, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. So yeah, thank you all very much for watching. If you have enjoyed the video so far, please feel free to give it a like. This is going to be the last match that we do today. And yeah, feel free to check out. We got more videos coming on Monday. So feel free and please look forward to that with another gauntlet run on Wednesday. As long as the storm that is currently knocking on my doorstep does not kill my power and I am unable to record. I will figure out some way to update you guys if that is the case. Well, we don't really have a great hand. We're kind of a... Still not a great hand. Well, that's gonna be a bummer. Oh, he burned it! He burned it! But he got to see what it was, so now he knows... Now he knows Just him knowing what it is a big enough threat and problem for us. That's a cool Lilith, though. I like that Lilith. He triggered it with that, which I really find interesting. Because that seems like the silliest way to have triggered it. Alright, well, we don't need Embala right now. Or Embla. We're currently sitting on 5 mana. We're in a good spot right now. I think next turn we drop the Conjurer. But we could have to deal with whatever else he plays and switch it. Like that. That needs to die. All right. So let's see what he does. Most likely he'll kill the Basilisk. We have this right here, combo next turn. Bring it on. So she's managed to not even get close to me and just deal a ton of damage with this thing by just controlling the walls, which is really, really smart. Huge downside to the walls, to be perfectly honest. But we're about to make some big damage happen. She's still provoked for the most part. She can't reach the Basilisk. Not really sure. She's got a full hand and 7 mana, so anything could happen. Let's just see if she goes for anything. That was pretty smart. That's going to deal 6 damage. Just keeps making me tougher. That's lethal. It was a good last-ditch effort. Like, she almost killed me. She was 5 health away. So, props. I mean, she never even raised a finger. She basically just stood back and let me do my thing, and she almost won. So, props to her. Like, well done. But that is where we're going to wrap up this video. Thank you all very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to give it a like, give it a share. It was a lot of fun. We had some ups and downs. We didn't win all the games, but you can't win them all. It's just how it goes. So yeah, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like, please give it a share. It really does help out a great deal. You guys have no idea how much it helps out. It's a huge help. Please feel free to leave a comment down in the comment section below of how you think I did today. Always be nice. Yeah, thank you very much. And as always, till the next video.